The supermarket was buzzing with weekend shoppers, carts squeaking across polished floors, and the aroma of freshly baked bread drifting through the aisles. Detective Aaron Blake, still in uniform after a long shift, had stopped by for something quick, just milk and coffee. He wasn't expecting his instincts to be tested again that evening, but then he saw her. A little girl, no older than 7, clutching a small pink backpack and walking nervously beside a tall, rough-looking man. Her tiny hands trembled as she held onto a box of cereal, and her eyes darted around the room, scanning faces like she was searching for help. Aaron might have ignored it as a restless child, but then it happened. She raised her palm toward her chest, curled her thumb, and quickly folded her fingers over it. The secret rescue signal. Aaron had seen training videos circulate through the department about it, a silent plea for help, one that children were being taught in schools to use if they were ever in danger. Aaron's heart kicked into overdrive. He knew he couldn't just storm over and grab the man. False alarms happened, but the girl's body language screamed fear. Her little lips pressed together as if holding back tears, her steps hesitant like she didn't want to be there. Aaron made a decision. He dropped the milk into his basket and began following them quietly, keeping a safe distance. The man didn't look like a father. His clothes were dirty, his grip too tight on her wrist whenever she slowed down. He whispered harshly in her ear, and the girl flinched. Aaron pulled his phone from his pocket and sent a discreet message to dispatch. Possible child abduction, supermarket on Pine and 5th, requesting backup. Then he moved closer. The man was now pushing the girl toward the exit, ignoring her pleas for candy by the checkout counter. Aaron knew once they reached the parking lot things could turn dangerous. He couldn't risk losing them. "Sir?" Aaron called out, his voice calm but authoritative. The man stiffened. He turned slowly, his eyes narrowing at Aaron's uniform. "Yeah. Something wrong, officer?" Aaron forced a smile, though his pulse was racing. "I couldn't help noticing your daughter looks upset. Everything okay here?" The girl looked up, hope flashing in her wide brown eyes. She tried to speak, but the man squeezed her wrist harder. "She's fine," the man snapped. "Kids throw fits all the time." Aaron nodded casually, stepping closer. "Of course, but maybe I can talk to her. Sometimes kids open up to strangers better than parents." The man's face twitched. "We're leaving." He yanked the girl's arm. That was enough. Aaron's training took over. "Let her go," he said firmly, his voice dropping the friendly tone. His hand rested on his holster, not drawing, not yet, but enough to show authority. The man froze, his jaw tight, sweat forming at his temple. For a split second, Aaron thought he might run. Then the girl did something unexpected. She screamed, "Help me!" The sound cut through the supermarket like a knife. Shoppers turned, whispers rising. A store employee reached for the phone. The man panicked. He shoved the girl toward Aaron and bolted for the doors. Aaron caught the girl just in time, shielding her with his body. Within seconds, the store's security guard blocked the exit and backup officers rushed inside. The man didn't get far. He was tackled just outside in the parking lot. The danger was over. But for the little girl, the fear was only beginning to unravel. The girl clung to Aaron like he was the only safe person in the world. Her small body shook against his chest, sobs muffled in his uniform. "I'm safe now," Aaron whispered gently. "I promise you, you're safe." She pulled back just enough to look at him. Are you really a police officer?" He smiled softly. "Yes, and I'm here to protect you." Her eyes filled with tears again. "He wasn't my daddy. He took me from outside my school." Aaron felt his stomach twist. Kidnapping cases were the ones that haunted officers most, the thought of a child being ripped from innocence. "What's your name?" he asked softly. "Emily," she whispered. "Well, Emily," Aaron said, "you did something very brave today. That signal you used, you saved yourself. Do you know that?" Emily sniffled and nodded faintly. "My teacher taught me. She said if I ever feel unsafe, I should do it." Aaron smiled, pride swelling in his chest for this tiny warrior. Hours later, after statements were given and the man was taken into custody, Emily sat in the precinct wrapped in a blanket, sipping hot cocoa. Her mother rushed in, her face pale, eyes swollen from tears. "Emily!" she cried, running forward and dropping to her knees, pulling her little girl into her arms, sobbing into her hair. My baby, I thought I lost you." Emily clung to her, whispering, "I used the signal, Mommy. He saw me. The policeman saved me." Her mother lifted her gaze to Aaron, eyes brimming with gratitude. "I don't know how to thank you." Aaron shook his head. "Don't thank me. Thank her. She was brave enough to ask for help in the only way she could. I just happened to be in the right place." But the mother insisted, "You were her angel tonight." Aaron didn't reply. He just watched as Emily snuggled safely into her mother's arms, a small smile breaking through her tears. Later that evening, Aaron sat in his car outside the precinct, the city lights glowing against the night sky. He replayed the moment over and over, the small hand signal, the fear in her eyes, the courage in her scream. He realized something powerful. Kindness wasn't always about grand gestures. Sometimes it was about paying attention, noticing the small signals others gave and choosing to act. The little girl had been saved not just by law enforcement, but by the strength inside her, the belief that someone would notice and care. And she was right. Someone had. A week later, Aaron received a small envelope at the station. Inside was a drawing, clearly done by a child. Crayons colored a picture of a police officer with a big smile, holding hands with a little girl wearing a pink backpack. Above them were wobbly handwriting, "Thank you for saving me," from Emily. Aaron felt a lump in his throat as he pinned the drawing to his bulletin board. For all the long nights, the tough cases, and the darkness he faced daily, this was the reminder of why he served. Because sometimes saving one little girl meant saving the whole world.